All right, Shalom. Kahalayam La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Much peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity of heart. Shalom. This is the brother Batak back again through the spirit with another lesson of Lord willing. This lesson is edifying. Um, just doing an in transit video. Kind of ran into a little bit of rain, so just bear with me. You know, America's gonna be destroyed. That's it. And life as we know it is gonna change. Everything is gonna change. Our bodies are gonna be changed. I haven't went into that in a little while, so we might as well go into that. Our bodies are subject to sin and death. We need a change. Salaki, I'm gonna have to slow down a little bit. This rain is making it hard for me to see. So we need a change. Our bodies need to be changed because ever since Adam went off and sinned, we have been in a constant state of decay, and the world is only getting worse and worse. But through Yahweh Shai, we have access to something greater, and that's one of the main reasons why we are willing to sacrifice it all for the greater cause, which is this ministry. Because everything that we sacrifice, we're gonna receive once again. I was just watching a video. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen, put up by the elder out of New York. I'm a Warren Gabar. Just Salakia. I was just watching this video.
That was, I believe. But anyway,
I was just watching this video about some scoffing Alazar was saying how the apostles teach us not to leave our wives and our kids, which you know the elder went into it. And brothers that have spiritual eyes understand what the Lord was saying through the mouth of through the mouth of the elders, man. They wasn't saying abandon your kids. No, just showing you that this truth, this word, should be the most important thing in your life. They wasn't just saying abandon your kids. Some things you can't take what they were saying for face value and think you understand what they're really saying. The spirit was revealing that this truth has to be your top priority. Of course you take care of your kids and things like that, man, but this truth, you can't put nothing before the Lord, and that's what the elders was bringing out. And those that were spiritual and have the ears to hear understand what the spirit was saying by the mouth of the prophets. But those that don't have the spirit, they're gonna think that the Lord is, it's think that the Lord is saying just leave your kids. Like fuck no, man. You handle your responsibilities. So I was just watching that video and I was just thinking about this precept because we have to sacrifice, man. We sacrifice and we're gonna receive these things back once it's all said and done. This is the book of Matthew chapter 19, verse 27. It says, then Peter and then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? So they sacrificed everything for the sake of the ministry because what's more important? How wish I said, if you love your kids or your mother or father more than me, you're not worthy of me. Let me see. Let me see if I can find that worthy of me. And I'm gonna need a second because I'm driving and gotta deal with this way station. So just bear with me. Just give me about a minute. I'm in transit, so um, don't need to get no ticket from these state troopers and nothing like that, man. Stay off their radar. I'm trying to do a lesson, so while I'm in transit, so just bear with me. They just want to be a fucking nuisance. Just want to be a fucking annoying, man. All right, Salakia for that. I'm in transit working, so just bear with me. This is the book of mm, here it is, Matthew chapter 10, verse 37. It says, "He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me." See, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean you take it for face value and say, "Look, mom, I hate you. Dad, I hate you. I love you, Howard Shine more. I hate you, Dad. I hate you, son. I hate you, daughter." Is that what that's talking about? No, no, that's not what it's saying. Yahweh Shai is saying, to put it in simple terms, if you put these things before me, you're not worthy of me. That don't mean you're supposed to hate your mom, your father, or your daughter, or your child. It's just Yahweh Shai comes before those things. You see, this ministry is your top priority. Business. This is business before pleasure, man. Everything else outside of this truth is not important. As is as important as this truth, man. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and the ministry comes first. Everything else comes second and third and fourth, and however it's supposed, however it lines up, man. So that's why Yahweh Shai say, if you love your father more than me, you're not worthy of me, man. So we gotta love him first, and love is an action word. So what? We put our actions toward Yahweh Shai first, and everything else second. The scriptures tell you, if you love in deed and in truth. Let's get that real quick. Deed, ooh, and truth. 1 John 3:18. My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. See, so love is really an action word. So you put your actions towards the ministry first before anything else. That's how you show your love to the Lord, by putting in the work, putting the ministry first, doing your lessons, praying, fasting, you know, going to camp. If you love your father more than you love Yahweh Shai, then you'll be missing camp to do this, to do that. But if it's like it, if it's like an emergency, then it is what it is. But I'm making a point. This is just a point that I'm making. You know, when it comes to doing the ministry, we put the work of the Lord first. That's it. So we execute the deeds of our responsibilities as being ministers, as being prophets, and then we handle our business. We handle the rest of our business, like spending time with kids and you know things after we handle and take care of our responsibilities as a prophet and a man of the Lord. It's a balance within it as well. But guess what? The point is the truth is top priority. That's the point. So let's go back to Matthew 19 in verse 28. It says, "And Yahweh said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit on the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel." See, because of your sacrifice and you prioritizing the truth and prioritizing the ministry, there's gonna be a reward for it. because you're liable to lose all of these things. Hey, you love if you love your child or father or mother more than the Lord, He can take those things away from you. He can call your son back to the spirit world, or your father or your mother. You see, if you love these things more than the Lord, He can actually take those things from you. A woman as well. So we've been called in this ministry to do work, to put in the work, to finish the work. And that has to be top priority. Just like Jonah, he had no choice but to do the work of the Lord. The Lord put him in a position where he wasn't. He he, he put him in the low position, man, because he thought he was gonna just skip doing the will of the Lord. So if you have a woman that understands, man, that's a great thing, man. Because look, a lot of people might not understand this truth, but it's our top priority, man. We put the ministry first. We sacrifice everything. That means we will put everything behind this ministry in order to receive that reward, to finish the work. Verse 29, it says, everyone that had forsaken houses or brethren or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my name's sake, for that means what? For the ministry's sake. It says, shall receive a hundredfold and shall inherit everlasting life. See? So if we forsook these things, that means if we put these things behind the ministry, or we put the ministry first, or and it might cause a breach of relationship. You might not have the best relationship with your father or mother or son or daughter, but you try to maintain the best way you could. But the truth is top priority, man. That's the point. The truth is your number one priority. So you must still, maintain your duties as a father or parent. You handle your business. So we have to sacrifice. That's the part of the sacrifice, man. It's a part of it's the sacrifice the Most High requires. You know, this ministry comes first, and you got to understand that, and as well as taking care of responsibilities. Verse 30 says, "But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first." So we're going to actually receive a reward for the sacrifices that we make in this truth. Everything that we may have lost, you might have lost a woman, you might have lost a parent. Everything that we may have lost in this truth, we're going to actually receive it back in the kingdom of heaven. We're going to receive even more. You're going to have abundance of children. We're going to have everlasting life. We're going to live forever. So it's a necessary sacrifice. So we're working out our salvation. That's another part of it. If we don't do the work of the Lord, then we, our families, our children can be food for the nuclear missiles, man. That's another thing to think about. Because we're doing the work of the Lord to obtain salvation for us and our children, man. It's the book of Philippians chapter 2, verse 12. It says, wherefore, my beloved brethren, as ye have always obeyed, not in my perilous presence only, but now much more in my absence. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. See, we're doing the work for a purpose. We're doing the work of the Lord to be delivered from the coming calamities. You got to take that into consideration because we're making sacrifices now. So when the time comes, when the evil day comes, we'll be protected, we will be preserved, and we'll be delivered from the coming perils. So that's another aspect of sacrifice. We're actually, it may seem like we're sacrificing our kids, but when you look at it from a different perspective, we're really saving them. We're sacrificing our time and relationship, not necessarily a relationship because you still have a relationship with your kids, depending on, if that relationship is maintained, it's situational. But we're sacrificing our time and dedicating our time towards the ministry, um, to literally save our children, ourselves, and our kids, man. So we're not doing anything. Anything that we do for the Lord is not in vain. And somebody with a weak mindset that doesn't really understand the truth will think the way that Alazar is trying to make you think. He's trying to put that image in your head, like the apostles say, "Oh yeah, just fuck your kids." No, that means just put your kids, make this truth your top priority, man. Everything else, don't be putting the truth. Don't I'm Salaki. Don't be putting the kids before the truth. Don't put your woman before the truth. No father before the truth, for the ministry, or for before your Hawashai, because it requires a lot of dedication, you know, studying, hard work, sacrificing your time, your energy, all of it for the truth. Um, it's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. It says, "Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord." See, our labor is not in vain. So we're working for a reason. We're doing the work of the Lord for a purpose. Of course, there's many aspects of it. We want to receive a reward. Ultimately, the kingdom of heaven. That's the ultimate goal, and salvation plays a big part in that. And when we get on, when we out here doing these videos, we're doing these lessons, doing these sacrifices. Not only do we want to make it on them chariots, but as well as our kids, and if if the Lord have mercy on her, if she be the one, she be a part of the Lord's elect, your woman, your rib, your wife. So we're making the sacrifices for a reason. We're putting the Lord first, so we can receive salvation, so we can receive protection, so we can deliver, Lord willing, by our works and our faith. Really, it's about faith, but faith without works is dead. So, you got to do the work in order to show your faith. Show your faith by doing the work. We hope that by our sacrifices, we can deliver our kids as well as our wives, man. So we're really benefiting them, but it doesn't look like that to the minds of the people. And I just wanted to, you know, um, just speak a few words on this specific topic. Um, I really just, it's the only thing that's really on my spirit right now because of the videos I've been watching. And, the apostles, of course, they teach us to be responsible men. But, some people might get the message misconstrued because they don't have eyes to see. But those that have eyes to see and ears to hear, they understand what the the elders of the apostles of Great Millstone was trying to make a point, and for the sake of this ministry, because if you are giving all of your time to your kids and your mom and family and wife, it can literally cause you to be unfruitful. You know, meaning you won't be doing the work. You'll be distracted. The scriptures tell you to attend upon the Lord without distraction. Because you being in charge of the Lord's house, it's a very, very heavy responsibility and a very, um, yeah, it's a very important responsibility. And you have to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. 1 Corinthians 7:35, it says, "And I speak, and this I speak for your own profit, not that I shall cast a snare upon you." See, so these words, he's telling you this to profit you, to benefit you, so it can help you. It says, "But for this," it says, "for that which is comely, that ye may attend upon the Lord without distraction." See, so all of these things could be a distraction. A woman, children, so you won't be able to, you won't, you won't do the work because what? You're distracted by doing this, then doing that. Hey man, you got to make that sacrifice, man. And the Lord is going to reward you. You're going to get your kids back. We understand that. Of course, we love our kids, but we have to, we love Yahweh Shai first. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is a we love the Lord first, man. We put the Lord first. And basically, I just wanted to see my 2 cents on that, bring out some precepts, and hopefully this lesson was edifying. Um, let's see. Mm, I don't think I have any other scriptures or topics in mind, so I might just close it out right here. Lord willing, this quick lesson was edifying. I'm gonna close out by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, to abundance to the apostles, and to the elders of Great Millstone that really teach well. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I might entitle this lesson, "This truth is this the ministry is our top priority," something like that. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. To the next time I say Shalom to the elect.